Always pay yourself. That's my family's mantra. How you pay everything else and you don't pay you? That has to become the standard. And paying yourself looks like this. Secure your now, secure your journey, and secure your future. What does that look like? Securing your now, petty cash. At least having a bare minimum of $1,500. Now I know the standard rule is $1,000, but with inflation, my rule is $1,500. And if it falls under $1,000, warning, because what if you got to make a trip to urgent care for $100? Then you got to pay for your prescription, that's a $25 copay. And suddenly you caught a flat tire all in the same month. At least at the end, I'm floating somewhere around $1,000 or close to it. So if you're listening and you're not at least at the standard of $1,000 yet, no worries. There's a QR code coming up on the screen. Scan it and it'll take you directly to a free digital guide I created called your Financial Game Plan, which will walk you through saving at least $1,000 in 90 days according to your pay schedule, whether it's weekly or bi-weekly. Secure your journey. Having at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses in your emergency fund, just in case you're out of work for 4 to 6 weeks because of an unexpected surgery. At least your household can stay afloat for a minimum of 3 to 6 months while you're recovering. There actually was a study that revealed when a person is sick or is diagnosed with an illness, the person that didn't have a sound financial foundation or didn't have a fully funded emergency fund, their illness was more chronic due to the stress that was placed on them from worrying about income or worrying about how their bills were going to be paid during their recovery stage. But the ones who were financially sound and had a fully funded emergency fund recovered quicker and or didn't have chronic episodes because their only focus was on getting better, and the lack of stress allowed their bodies to heal and recover. This is why securing your journey is so important, because we don't know what lies ahead. Your company can go out of business today or tomorrow, or you could be laid off, but at least you're only carrying the pressure of looking for another job and not the added pressure of trying to also figure out how the bills are going to be paid for this month and possibly next month. And goal-based savings also falls into securing your journey, because you may have a goal in mind to put a good size down payment on a home or on a car, perhaps cash out on a car. So put your money aside for your goals, and when the time comes, it's there. Secure your future. Retirement accounts and investing. Now, if you've been following me, you know I always talk about taking care of that older woman or that older man inside of you. And you want that man or that woman to say to your younger self, thank you, young buck, for looking out for me 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or 30 years ago. So if your job offers retirement benefits and a match and you're not enrolled, you're leaving money on the table. So if you're watching or listening and you're not sure if your job have retirement benefits available, go to your HR or to your manager and ask them. And if they do, ask them, how do I get enrolled? Because contributing to that Roth 401k or that 403b or that 401k, especially if there's a match, that's a form of investing. And some of you that are listening, you may be one of the rare few that's on a job right now that has a pension plan that your grandfather into because you've been with the company just that long. Be sure to find that out too. You know, I was talking to a 36-year-old and she was shocked when I told her, yo, if you start investing $500 a month minimum, and you stay consistent with it, by age 65, your account will be at a minimum of $1 million. And that's what you starting at zero. And she was shocked. And she continued and said that she's been contributing to her job's 401k for the past 5 years. I said, well, shoot, you'll be well over that $1 million minimum then. Again, if you stick with it and stay consistent with it. It was important to me to let her know that it's possible to start where you are and still land well. We gotta make sure we pay ourselves, and that must be a standard and make it non-negotiable. So what does that look like mathematically for you? Let's say you make about $4,000 a month, and 20% of that is what you pay yourself, which is $800. Now you're going to take that $800 and diversify it, which means you're going to spread it out. Why? Ecclesiastes 11:2 says this: divide your portions to 7 or even 8, for you do not know what misfortunes may come on the earth. So you know how they say the average millionaire has at least 7 or 8 streams of income? Well, they didn't pull that formula out of their behinds. That's a biblical-based principle. And you apply it from where you are and you build on it. So you're going to divide your portions, and that 20%, we're going to spread it out by securing our now, securing our journey, and securing our future, because we do not know what misfortunes may occur on the earth. So if you're not yet at that $1,000 to $1,500 range, we're going to secure our now, which is our petty cash. And we're going to secure our journey, which is our emergency fund and or our goal-based savings. And we're going to secure our retirement at 15% of our portion. Now, if you're watching and you're like, yo, I can't swing that 20% yet, not a problem. Let's cut it in half and drop it down to paying yourself 10% with the goal of working towards getting to that 20%, which means every time you get a pay raise, go up 2 to 3% until you get there. You don't have to be great to start, but you got to start somewhere to be great. Proverbs 6:6-11 teaches us a lesson about an ant. An ant. And it tells us to observe and watch how that ant moves in wisdom. And no one and no thing forces it to move with that kind of wisdom, because it's in an ant's nature to bit by bit store up food bit by bit during the summer. So when the season changes to winter, it has more than enough. Why? Because it's in its nature to secure its now, to secure its journey, and to secure its future. Then it goes on to ask, how long are you going to laze around and do nothing? When will you arise from your sleep and learn self-discipline? A nap here, a nap there, a day off here, a day off there. You sit back and take it easy, which means you got uncomfortable being mediocre. Do you know what comes next? Exactly this. You can look forward to a dirt poor life, poverty, your permanent house guest. Don't let an ant outdo you. Secure your now, secure your journey, and secure your future. Hey family, I hope you enjoyed today's Wealth and Wisdom conversation. Make sure you comment and let me know some of your takeaways. And if there's something that you would like for me to talk about in upcoming conversations, drop that in the comments as well. As always, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Share this video with at least 10 people that you know. I'll be dropping more videos like this every Wednesday. Always remember, your mindset is the key to unlocking your financial freedom. It's time to leave behind what's comfortable for what's possible. All we have is now, so start now. See you next week.